Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl T. Welcome to another video. In today's video, we are going to be designing a rhinestone template. So I was messing up around with it up late, and I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and show my family and my friends how to create a rhinestone template. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm going to, share my screen, which I should already be sharing my screen. All right, so I'm going to go back to Silhouette to where I was. So this is how I keep up where I started from. And then I'll put another dot right here to let me know, say I stop on it tonight and this was where I stopped. I would just put a dot there. But we're not that far around yet. So we're going to go ahead. Now I'm going to minimize this just a little bit so that you guys can get a rough picture. So the object here is not to have any stones touching, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom in so that we can see the area that we're currently working in, which is like right here, okay? And as you can see, I don't have any stones touching. And you don't want any stones touching because when you go to cut the template, they will not, they will do overlap cutting, and that's not what you want. So we are pretty much done with this little section right here. And what I done was, or what I did was I broke up a SVG and I decided to use parts of the SVG. Now to get this part, the orange part inside of the black part, you have to do an internal offset, okay? An internal offset is what you have to do. So I did an internal offset. Well, let me back up. So first I traced the design. After I ungrouped it, I traced the parts that I wanted. And then so this is basically making an SVG from, a rhinestone template from an SVG, okay? So that's what we're doing here today. And I broke that SVG apart, okay? And I kept only the parts that I wanted to keep. So once I did that, I traced it using the, using the, I guess looks like a butterfly. So this is your trace panel right here. So then I traced the parts of the design that I wanted, and then I turned it to rhinestones. I brought it down to 0.015, and I am using the linear fill. This is the no effect, this is the edge, this is the linear, and this is the radial. This is your stone size: 6SS, 10SS, 16SS, and 20SS. 6SS and 10SS are your most common sizes. This is your rhinestone spacing. You can make this go up or down freehand if you wanted to draw rhinestones, but baby, I ain't that good yet, so we don't even think about that right over here yet. And this is how you release the rhinestones, which is how I am able to move the orange stones that I am currently moving around now. And you just want to, like I said, you just want to move these around, making sure that everybody has a little breathing room. We don't want anybody overlapping or crowding anybody. Now keep in mind that this is a tight fit. So by it being a tight fit, you just kind of have to manipulate them to the best of your ability. So since my video earlier, I decided that I'm trying to get a content schedule, because the only thing that is consistent on YouTube, as far as the algorithm and things of that nature, is that you have to be, and just see how we have all of our gaps in here. Nothing's touching the black, nothing's touching the orange, and so forth. So, I'm just trying to get a consistent schedule. And part of me being able to get a consistent schedule is having to do with creating a consistent work schedule. So with me creating a consistent work schedule, and y'all, I'm just going to duplicate a rhinestone to go right here. And I'm going to duplicate one more because I think I can get it right here successfully. And I cannot. So we're going to put this off to the side. And then we're going to minimize this some, and we're going to come right here. Okay. So I'm going to zoom back in. And this is the section we're not working on. Okay. Because this is the section we just finished. So anyway, back to what I was saying. You have to be consistent on YouTube. So I'm trying, like I said, I was just sitting here thinking while I was doing this template, what schedule, could I possibly, create. And so I have a couple of things, in motion already. So hopefully that is going to help me somewhat to keep up with a consistent schedule. And maybe you guys, because I'm learning as I'm using the different softwares that I'm still struggling to learn how to operate. I'm getting a little better each day. And I'm learning that the restaurant industry is volatile, especially if you are management and upper management like I am. So it becomes volatile. And especially working for yourself. And you don't have the capabilities or the staff. If you don't have staffing, it ain't gonna run right, which will require you to be in the building open to close, right? So I've laid some other things out because YouTube is what I want. YouTube is what I want to do. We make money selling cars. We make money doing hair. We make money working 9 to 5. We make money off of the boutique. So it's just, money ain't the thing. It's not an issue. Time, when you start losing out on time with your loved ones, when you still, when you just can't be and do like you want to do because you are hitting the clock for someone else, that's just not what life is all about for me. So we are doing some adjusting so that I can do what it is that I want to do, to be fully living in my purpose and to be that family-oriented person that I am. I like to go, I like to travel, and I want to be able to just leave any of the businesses behind and not have to worry about them, because you got dependable, reliable people that is going to keep it operating like they were you, or run the business as if it is their own. Or to do like, we do with the car lot now. We just, when we're ready to go, we're still making money even though we're not there. And cars is one thing that it will sell itself. But anyway, so that's my little rant on that. But I basically said all that to say that I'm trying to become more consistent on YouTube, be more family oriented, and spend less time working so hard, and just do the things that I like to do. Okay. And the biggest of them all is to get to come over here and hang out with you guys more. So if I sound kind of low, hopefully I don't. Let me turn this up just a little bit. Hopefully I don't sound low, because I'm right, like literally right up on the computer. And I don't have any other angles going. I'm just trying to be a little quiet because my husband is already asleep, and I don't want to wake him up. All right. So we have finished everything along in here that we possibly can. So we're now up here. And again, you don't want to have anything touching. And sometimes when like reducing the spacing, um when reducing the spacing, sometimes you have to make sure, this is why you have to zoom in, because when you reduce the spacing sometimes and you go to make that cut, even though things are not touching when you are moving them around, sometimes the spacing, depending on how tight you have it, can also cause it not to cut out right. So me and Laura figured that out on another design that she and I were working on together. And if you have not subscribed to her channel, Creative Art by LT, please go and do so. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. We are still trying to give away items over here. We are at 195. I mean, it looks like every other day one drops off, but we gain one, so I'm happy about that. If you need a fix on your rhinestones and you don't want to wait for the buy-in, check out the baby's booty. Oops, I moved that by accident. Let's make sure nothing's touching. Okay, hopefully that's how I had that. Let me go back a few, because something. Okay, so we're good Nope, let me go back one more time because I know nothing over on this side was touching. So I'm just going. And y'all, this is the most tedious part of a rhinestone template. Okay. I should be asleep somewhere, but I went and and this is how I do. I check myself like that too. I'll go around the edge of the design and just start making sure. I'm going to take this one out for a second. So nothing's touching along here that I can see. Let me zoom in. Okay, yeah, so nothing's touching there. So I took a little break earlier and decided that I would go help my husband cut the grass because one, it's so hot. Two, we have a big old yard, and front and back, we do have a riding lawnmower, but we have a riding lawnmower, push lawnmower, etc. But anyway, so I went to help him cut the grass, but because simply not because he can't do it himself, because he's been doing it himself. I just started helping him the last 2 times because it's just so freaking hot. And it just goes a lot faster if he weed eats and I do the riding lawnmower. And we generally get it done in about 2 hours versus it taking him 5 or 6 by himself. Because he has to weed eat and do the ride lawnmower. So that works out. And plus, I got a little exercise in. And after my last video, or my video earlier today, so I was really, really proud of how those sublimation tumblers came out. So if you did not see that video, please go check it out. Please, please, please go check that video out and make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. Tell your friends to tell a friend. Come on over and subscribe to the channel. Y'all, hopefully my face isn't making any weird any weird looks as I tend to can do sometimes. And y'all, so when it can take like hours to do this. So I have like 4 parts to this design. And I'm pretty sure, yes, 11 o'clock. I'm pretty sure I've been working on this for quite some time now. Of at least about 2 hours. So what I'm thinking about doing is probably just finishing this part tonight, because I'm not going to show you guys the whole design because it could take hours to do this. But the point of this video was just to show you how to move your stones around and then just talk to you guys a little bit about the consistency that I intend to bring you guys on the channel. So I'm going to move my dot around here now because this one is finished to the best of our ability, okay? Granted, it's kind of tight. I wish I had like hyacinth in SS6 and like a jet black in SS6. And SS6 generally works better with certain designs because it, like a design like this, SS6 would just totally kill it. Like it would define it so much better. So we're here now. And again, this could literally take you hours to do. Like you're not going to be, well, I'm not going to say you're not going to be able to. If you have the time, you can. Probably just, sit and do your design all at once. Now, I will say on your design, if you cut your design, you go to put your design in, and your internal offset does not fit, try and pull your shirt just a little bit, and generally they will also fall in as well. But the main object of it is, again, making sure that these stones are not touching, not overlapping, and each stone is its own, has its own individuality. Okay, so I'm just zooming in here, trying to make sure, like, see right there, so everybody has their own independence. And you may miss some. That is very well a possibility. Okay, so that looks good. I'm going to take our stone and I'm going to move it around here. And looks like we only got one. How many more parts we got? Yeah, after this one, we got one more part to go. So I think I'm going to go ahead and finish this on camera with you guys. And then I will brush this design in on once I complete the whole entire template on a live, maybe with you guys. Okay. And y'all know, like, football season is already in. Basketball season will be coming. Halloween will be coming up. So you want to make sure that you are staying with what's trending. You are following the seasons. Halloween is coming up. Breast cancer is also coming up in October. And I indeed intend to wear pink or do a pink out. I do have some breast cancer socks that I will be wearing that I sublimated a while back. The design came from, I think I purchased that from Shanita Nicole, I do believe, is where I got the design from. Either it was free or I purchased it from her one of the two, but either way, the design is hers. I did sublimate them using some silky socks, and boy, do I love silky socks products. They don't only have socks, they have t-shirts, you name it, they got it, underclothes, etc., etc. Okay. All right, so that for the most part, nobody's touching. And we're going to check over here because I know over here wasn't too bad. And then if you can fill in gaps, what I normally do is I will duplicate it. And just barely we can get one right there. But we got one, okay? Let me see if I can get another one. All right, so we got another one in there. And so it's basically like Tetris, you know, it's like putting a puzzle together, fitting pieces where they will fit without overlapping or touching another one, okay? Let me see if I can duplicate another one. And I try not to, you know, have it like too crowded, but if we can get one there, we're going to put one there. And we're going to zoom in, just make sure nobody's touching. I'm going to see if I can get one right here. Not sure that I can, but we're going to try. And I did. And you can use your arrow keys or you can use your mouse to move these around. Sometimes if it's a tight space, I'll use the arrow key. But mostly I use my hand. Okay, so that part looks good. We're going to zoom out. And I'm going to take all of my extra rhinestones. And then I'm going to delete those. And then I'm going to click on this, and this should take every orange dot in here. And we're going to right click. Hold on, y'all. Why didn't it? So you're going to go to edit, select by color, by fill. I'm going to select the orange. I'm going to right click and I'm going to group them. Okay. So that's how you do that. And again, that's that part. So let me slide over and show you guys. This is my whole design. So as you can see, I still have work on my L to do because my L is overlapping. My E, I'm going to try and see if I can add a row here and add a few here and a few here and a few there. And maybe here and here, but I don't know yet. So this is my whole design, okay? But so far, the ball is what we have that is completed. And then all of this, I can just take it and get rid of it because I no longer need it, okay? All right, guys. All right, so thank you for hanging out with me. That was just a little quick video to show you how to design a rhinestone template, okay? Until next time, stay crafty. Peace. Catch you in the next one.